We have been doing the silent letters for quite some time, like 3 sessions already. And today we are going to finish the alphabets of silent letters, and I'll also tell you what we are going to do next. Uh, the reason I'm doing all this is mainly to get you interested in the subject of words. Um, so we are doing silent letters this time, and I want you to get interested in a subject called etymology. Etymology. What is etymology? This is the study of historical linguistic change, how words change over years, and how words have been derived from various languages. English has a lot of words from various languages. Uh, you know, these two words are actually connected. Okay, how it is connected? So this is something that should interest you in words, and that is how you will learn new meanings. You will actually get the pronunciations right. How is sex connected to insect? Or the words salt and salary are connected. How is it connected? Uh, we call good looking lady, or somebody who is stylish. Nowadays we have a word called sassy. Now the sassy word is also connected to salt. How? So probably in our next sessions we will next session I'll try to touch upon some very interesting words. I'm sure you'll find it interesting. Now let's look at some in the Indian origin words that have come into English. Bandobast. Did you know that bandobast is an English word? Now it is. We know what's the meaning, right? This is another word that has come into English. Prepone. We Indians have given it to English. Prepone. There was nothing called prepone. Okay, but about 10 years back in 2010, Oxford and Webster's, they understood that yes, there is a logic between postpone and prepone. So let's bring in the word called prepone. It is an Indian word. Okay, jungle. Jungle is an Indian word that has got into English. Okay, and bungalow also. The last one, mulligatawny. A lot of us have seen mulligatawny soup in menus in restaurants, right? Now, mulligatawny is a word that has come from Tamil word malligatani. It is simple thing like rasam. Okay, did you all know this? All right, we'll do more about this in the next session. Let us get back to silent letters. I want to finish the alphabets today. We came up to H. And today let's look at the letter I. The I is generally sounded in most words, except it is never silent, but except just one word in English. The I has absolutely no business in the word. Anybody? Any guesses? Business. In the word business, I is not sounded. This is the only word in English where I is not sounded at all. Business. The pronunciation is business. Right? Okay, let's look at the letter K. The letter K, you all know this, right? Everyone knows, right? It's silent when it comes before the letter N. So you knew this, didn't you? No, knife, knee, knock, night, knowledge. So the K is not sounded in these words, right? All right. The next letter that comes up is L. Now L is pronounced most times, but it is silent in just some words. The L rule is very easy to remember. Let's try some words. Walk, calf, half, chalk, talk, calm, palm. The easy rule is that in these words it's very difficult to get to pronounce the letter L. Let's say you can't say walk, calf, half. So whenever you find the letter L It's hard to pronounce. It's generally silent though in those words, right? Then you have got palm, could, should, would, salmon. It's salmon. It's not Salman. It's a fish, salmon. Okay. Next up, we have got the letter M. Where are we? M. M is usually pronounced, and there are very few exceptions, like the word mnemonic. Mnemonic. People who are in computer science, who have studied computer science, you must have come across this word, mnemonic. All right. Now comes the letter N. Now, N is not pronounced if words end with MN. You know that. Autumn, column, dam, hymn. We are not pronouncing the N. Do not attempt column, damn, hymn. It's condemn. That's it. Condemn. You don't pronounce the letter N here, right? Oh, lots of chat. I forgot. Is there anybody trying to say something? I'm sorry. I didn't see that. Okay. If you have anything, just switch on your mic and just say. I'm not able to get the chat. I don't know why. All right. What about the letter P? The rule is P is silent if it comes at the beginning of a word followed by S. You all know this? And P is silent if it is followed by an N and T. Okay, let's look at some of the words. Psychology, pseudoscience, psychiatrist, psychic. You all know this?
Yes.
Psychic. And pneumatic, pneumonia, pterodactyl. What is pterodactyl? Pterodactyl is anyone? Pterodactyl is a dinosaur species. Okay, that's the only word probably we have with PT starting. Starts with a PT. And receipt. Receipt is also a silent P. Okay. Then you have got some words like cool. It's just cool. Cupboard. Cupboard. Please, a lot of people have try to pronounce the P over there. It's not required. It's just cupboard. Raspberry. It's not raspberry. It's raspberry. Okay, on the first day we actually did R in detail. I spent a long time with R. I also spent a long time explaining why you should not be pronouncing R. In English, R is pretty much there, but we don't pronounce it. And we do not pronounce it the way we Indians do. Okay, so let's have a relook at R. I want to just reconfirm. In English, that is the British English and the Australian English, the R remains silent in most words. But Americans, they try to pronounce the R. For example, fork, start, star, teacher. I keep telling you guys not to pronounce the R there. But in American English, they say fork, start, star, and teacher. But not like the Indian way. If I leave you to pronounce R, what you would do, what most of you would do is fork, start, star, teacher. No, it's never a hard R in English. It's always a very soft R. I have explained in class, how to do a soft R. If you can do a soft R, no problems, but otherwise stick to silent R's. Okay, and R is, yeah, in British and in Australian English, the R is also pronounced when the word ends with an R and the next word starts with a vowel. For example, the teacher is. Generally, if you keep the R silent, it would be the teacher is. Here we can actually say the teacher is. The teacher is a soft R, not the teacher is. Teacher is. Okay, we will do if you remind me of how to do the soft R, we'll do it in the class. Now let's move on. We are doing good time. The next letter we have is S. The S is no rules, but few words have a silent S, that is aisle, bourgeois. This is a French word. French have a very, typical way of pronouncing. They write something and pronounce it the other way. So it's bourgeois. Meaning, please look up dictionaries. Bourgeois is something like what we can say in English as middle class or upper middle class people who have money. They have newly acquired wealth. That is bourgeois. Bourgeois. And then we have got debris. It is not debris. Debris, island, and isle. The first and the last word, isle and isle, are pronounced the same way. It's the aisle, A-I-S-L-E. You find it on supermarkets, between two shelves, the place where you walk and pick up things. That's the aisle. And I-S-L-E is a small island. The letter T. The letter T is always silent when it comes before CH, like catch. It's catch, sketch, stitch, and watch, and which. So it's catch, sketch. It's not stitch, watch, and which. If a word ends with S-T-E-N, the T goes silent. Christen, fasten, it's listen. And if a word ends with S-T-L-E, like castle, hustle, whistle, the H is also silent in whistle. It's whistle. It's not whistle. It's whistle. And then you have asthma, Christmas, mortgage, and it's not mortgage. A lot of Indians, we do mortgage. Okay, mortgage, soften. And what do we have here? There are some French words again that have come into English, like ballet, buffet, gourmet. The T goes silent in these words. We have come to you. Great. Often after a G and before a vowel, if it is sandwiched between G and a vowel, it is the U goes silent. Colleague, guard, guest, guide, and guitar. Colleague, guard, guest, guide, guitar. All right. Next we have V. There is nothing on V I have, and we have the next letter W. If a word begins with WR, the W goes silent. Wrap, wrinkle, wrist, right, wrong. And if a word begins with WHO, the W goes silent. It's who, whoever, whole. And some common words like answer, sword, to. The X is silent in this word for. It's another French word that has come into English. Y is very rarely silent, but in prayer it is silent. In mayor it is silent. But again, the Americans they actually pronounce the Y. They say mayor. They don't say mayor. Okay. But most times in India we follow the British pronunciation, so it's just mayor. Okay. And then Z. No English words actually have the Z silent. There are some French words that have the Z silent. It's laissez-faire and Rendezvous. Find out the meanings yourself. Rendezvous is a meeting point. Is a meeting point where two friends meet. Okay, we decided on coffee day as the rendezvous. So that's all right. Let's get on to the exercises. Like I said, for voice, people who have a weaker voice should try these. It's a yawn. Take a big yawn or attempt a big yawn. It is mainly to increase the size of your internals. So what you should do is you should be stretching your muscles in the throat at the back of your neck. Take a big yawn. Okay. The second one is to cough. Okay, go ahead and cough. What you're actually doing is what we do in pranayam, that what's that? Kapal Bhati. What you see Ramdev Baba trying to, work his tummy to get the air out of his mouth. So that's cough. If you can cough, it'll clear up here the passage. It'll clear you'll have a clear voice. Okay, vibrating the lips. I'm covering do not make any noise, but just vibrate the lips. Let the air out. All right, like the kids do, like that. Whatever we are doing is only to loosen out the muscles over here in the throat and let your voice out. Most times people have difficulty pronouncing because our muscles are not toned to pronounce those words. Okay. So we did a yawn and we did coughs and we did vibrating of lips. Now you make some sound while vibrating your lips, like, and there you go. Can you make some sound while vibrating your lips? Like kids do. Now, most of the exercises that I'm showing you, you can go to a separate room and do when you're alone. There's no need to feel shy. It helps. A lot of people have actually come back to me telling me that it helped. So please do it. These are really helpful. These are really effective if you can do it. Yes. Now, the next one is, again, I may have to cover my mouth. Tongue on the bottom lip with the mouth open. This opens up your passage for speaking. Tongue on the bottom lip, like that, and open your mouth. Ah. Stretch it. Yeah. Stretch it and make the sound. Ah. Ah. Say ah. Ah, 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 ah. You have to put your tongue on your bottom lip, stretch your mouth, open, ah, and then say ah. Ah. This makes the sound. Most of us keep saying that, the sound should come from the bottom part of your belly or tummy. It should come from inside. A lot of people stress their neck muscles by speaking from here. Yeah, what I was trying to say is, okay, what you're doing is you're stressing your own neck and neck muscles. Okay, you will not be able to get a lot of those sounds. Shh, ha, especially the ha, or my name, ghosh. Okay, you will not get it unless you are having an open connect with your tummy. You should have the air come out properly. You'll have the sounds coming out properly, right? Okay, these are the exercises I have for today. We will do other exercises the next time, the next session. So over to you. Time for you to speak. Yeah, we did good time.